Okay, Rick Grenell joins us now. He's a former U.S. ambassador to Germany and former acting director of national intelligence. Rick, you know, it just drives me crazy. The great distraction. They needed something to get them off the front page of the newspapers, and they got it, and they're using Hurricane Ida as their tool.
Well, it only works if you have a compliant press corps in Washington, D.C., a dutiful press corps that follows directions. Look, I worked at the State Department for 10 years, and we have a system now in the United States with a protective media that if we saw this going on in another country, Eric, we would put them into a report and say that this country doesn't have free media. They don't have a system where the media gets to critique the leader, and the leader then, responds or gets hard questions. We would be calling this out, but we've created a system in Washington where a whole bunch of people who go to church together, who go to school together, who see each other all day long and socialize with each other, protect the Capitol. They protect Washington, D.C. This is a fight between the rest of America and those in Washington, D.C.
You expect politicians to be hypocrites. They are. Frankly, they are on both sides of the aisle. But you expect the briefing room. That's the place where honesty and truth and transparency should come out. Jen Psaki for saying, we don't want to talk about this. I believe is one of the most important things we've heard in the last 5 years, 10 years maybe, in foreign policy. This phone call where our seated president is asking another president of a country to lie for him. Jen Psaki says, no, we don't want to talk about a private conversation. That wasn't the case when it was President Trump, was it?
No, it's not the case. And I think that whole, situation where we call it the White House press briefing is really kind of circled the drain. It's useless right now. If you wanted to really change it, I think you could take away the cameras because so many people are playing for the cameras. It is not a place where you're going to get information. And it's even gotten to be more frustrating to watch it under the Biden administration because you just are reminded of how many reporters actually are protecting the ruling party. And that was never the case with Trump. I mean, you go back to being in the briefing room and everybody was interrupting President Trump. They were shouting questions. They weren't dutiful like they are right now. I mean, I can tell you, I went in to brief the press corps one time on our negotiations with Kosovo and Serbia, and they literally asked every question but what was going on in the Balkans after we had just come to an economic normalization agreement. It was really frustrating because I think they're all politics in that room. They're not really subject matter experts.
I remember that. I do remember when you came into the briefing and delivered that. It was always a hostile crowd with you. It's almost like these people, and to their tiny, a little bit credit, there were a few questions asked, but there was no follow-up. They took whatever Jen Psaki had to say, or a general, or the State Department spokesperson, and they took it and they were, okay, good, I got that out of the way. I asked the question I'm supposed to, but no follow-up. I remember Jim Acosta, just railing at Trump 1, 2, 3, or Kayleigh McEnany, 1, 2, 3, or Sarah Huckabee, 4 or 5, and they wouldn't stop. This press is like, oh, whew, got the obligatory question out of the way, and now let's go talk about Joe Biden's favorite ice cream flavor.
Grandpa Grenell used to tell me that you take the most incoming fire when you're over the target. So if you're not taking heat and you're not taking criticism, you probably aren't doing much.
Yeah, Rick, we're going to stay on this because I'm just discussing the timing. The timing of this photo op in Louisiana to get it on the evening news on Friday before the long weekend, no less. This is all really disgusting politics. Final thought, Rick. You have about half a minute.
Look, I think that we've got to stop pretending like Washington is going to change if we criticize them. They're immune to it. They're not going to change. I think the better solution, Eric, is that we have to start sending people to Washington that will never become part of that place. It's not a fight between Republicans and Democrats anymore. It's Washington versus the rest of America. And if we send people who want to come home and whose social life and whole career and family are outside of Washington, then we're going to get the change that we need.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Ambassador Rick Grenell, thanks for being here.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.